Okay, so here's the situation. Putin orders Shoigu to murder the Wagner forces, 27,000 men in Yevgeny Prigozhin. Now, is that true? Probably. It is certainly what Prigozhin believes happened. That's what's important. Prigozhin is now in a situation. He cannot escape through Ukraine because that direction lies only death or The Hague. He cannot escape through Russia because that way only lies death. Therefore, he must roll the dice and go for Tsar of all Russia. Take his forces, march to Moscow, execute Putin, take control of the Kremlin, and boom. That's the only way he lives. So he does it. Goes to Rostov-on-Don. Guess what's there? All the equipment, ammunition, and weapons that are destined for the Ukrainian front. He gets what he needs, and he marches to Moscow. He's halfway there, right? It's 670 miles, about 1,100 kilometers, and he is halfway there. He's probably only 5 hours away from Moscow right now. What's the danger to him? Because there are no forces in Russia right now that can stop him. No land forces, ground forces. The only thing that can stop him are fighter jets strafing his men and weapons on the M24, the highway that runs from Rostov-on-Don up to Moscow. That's what's going to take him out, those jets. It has just been reported that Wagner forces have destroyed they have taken down at least 2 fighter jets. That's what they're claiming in their Telegram channels. How did they do that? They liberated anti-aircraft weapons from Rostov-on-Don. Of course they did. Prigozhin knows what the danger is. He knows what the risk is. He knows what he needs to fight it off. And he's on his way to Moscow right now, shooting Russian $35 million apiece Su-35s out of the sky. I think so anyway. We're not sure, right? And of course, none of that may be accurate, but that's what's being reported. That's the word on the street, guys. Does anybody seriously think that given the way that everything's been going in Russia, that any significant resistance is going to be met? That anybody that stayed out of Ukraine, that stayed home, is going to try to take on the battle-hardened troops of the Wagner PMC, who anybody carrying a gun in Russia thinks of as heroes? Seems unlikely to me. Seems highly unlikely. So if the Russian Air Force can't stop them, they're going to get to Moscow. And if they get to Moscow, I don't see any other outcome but the end of Putin, the end of Shoigu, the end of Gerasimov, and Prigozhin as the new Tsar of all Russia. Stay tuned. Oh, and keep watching Russian state TV. I'm expecting Swan Lake to come on any moment.